Hi, I'm Emily, and today I will be interviewing James Carr, who is an avid PC gamer.
Hi, I'm James, and I've been playing computer games for maybe 10, 12 years now or so. So I originally started playing computer games over console games, because computers are much better at playing strategy games, because strategy games are a lot slower paced, and you've got things set around all over the screen. Using a mouse is a lot better than using a controller. So my favourite aspect of playing on a computer rather than a console is how much you can customise your computer rig. Depending on what games you want to play, you can really create a system that suits your needs. Whether you want to have a high definition 4K game running at 60 frames per second if not more, or whether you want a really intense, busy strategy game where the computer's trying to keep track of hundreds and hundreds of different models and pieces on a battlefield. I think the future of PC gaming is actually going to be very hard to predict. Whether it stays very similar to what it is, but with all the technologies improved, which means people will be able to play much more involved games as the processors get better. Games are going to look much more realistic with a better graphics card, and also just more storage means games can be longer and more involved. Or technology could come out that would completely change how it is. One such technology come out in the past 5 years or so is VR gaming, where you wear a headset that fully immerses you in sort of a gaming world. The only issues is that it requires a lot of physical space around you, so you're not swinging into your walls or something around you. I don't think it's going to take off anytime soon because the physical space is a limitation a lot of people have these days. Houses are getting smaller and rooms are getting smaller, so there's just not the space to play.
I will now be handing over to James to discuss console gaming.
Thanks, Emily. So this is Jim. Jim's currently playing the brand new Spider-Man Remastered PlayStation 5 launch game. He's been playing on consoles for as long as he can remember, and I decided that he would be a good person to speak to about the importance of console gaming. Suppose I better go and get dressed. For years, PC have been ahead of the game in the console wars, but why are you getting a PS5 instead of a gaming PC? So the reason I'm getting a PS5 instead of a gaming PC, a new gaming PC, is one, because of budget, and two, with a PC, the upgrades and stuff like this, there's always an upgrade for the PC. So you will have maybe a top of the line PC for maybe a month, and then suddenly that's it. Like, you know, it's no longer top of the line, and that's how it's always going to be with the PC. Whereas with PlayStation, for example, on the PS4, you had the PS4 original, the PS4 Slim, which did the exact same thing, except in the PS4 Slim, it was like the technology was miniaturized, and that was it. That's all it was just smaller. And then the PS4 Pro came out, where it was the exact same technology, except it had a 4K graphics card in, so you could play games in 4K and you could stream 4K Blu-ray DVDs if you wanted. So the reason I'd say PS5 over PC is because that, you know, the base for all of the technology that's in there is going to be the same, and developers have got to they've got to develop their games around that technology, so you're not shelling out loads more money for upgrades all the time. Thanks for that, Jim. I'm going to pass you over to Maya now. She's going to be speaking to you a little bit about the gaming industry's entertainment section.
Gamers have found a home on streaming sites such as YouTube and Twitch, and with the birth of the online influencer, gamers have found their way into this brand new industry. Gamers such as Jacksepticeye, who started putting out content in 2014 and is now incredibly successful, with 57 million views on his YouTube, proves that a lot of hard work has to go into this career. I spoke with my good friend Matthew Ianson, who is a YouTuber, and asked him his opinions on the gaming industry and streaming services.
Hello, I'm Matthew Ianson and I am a YouTuber. My YouTube channel is The Spoofman and I do gaming stuff as well. My views on the gaming industry on YouTube, especially because that's where it started off, would be when YouTube first came around for me, for when I wanted to watch something. Before I ended up watching like vloggers or anyone like that, I started off with gaming videos. I was watching a GTA 5 video and I kind of like this guy, but then I ended up finding more YouTubers, and I found Vanos Gaming, and still to this day I watch Vanos Gaming because of all his members and stuff, and it wasn't the fact that it was Vanos, he had all these funny people on who were, they were all unique in their own way, but he had the best content out of all of them. Like, he was the main guy, he's the one that made the most, and he did that. So for me, at that point starting, it was like, wow, I'm not playing the game anymore, I'm watching this. It's this new cultural thing to, observe and think, and it's an entertainment. That's what it is, it's entertainment, because you're connecting on this level of, oh, I play this, and oh, we have moments like this, and oh, look, I can do this now because I've seen this person do that. And I think that is the overall view of what gaming is on YouTube.
On platforms such as Twitch and YouTube, which Maya previously covered, comes with content based around esports. Esports refers to the competitive aspect of video gaming. Just like other sports, teams compete against each other in the same game for a chance to win prize money and trophies. In recent years, games such as Fortnite offer major prize pools for their competitors simply through online tournaments.
So definitely playing games competitively, I tend to play with a group of players. It's definitely communication skills. So you have to listen to one another, understand what they're trying to say. It should be useful for future jobs. So I think around the start of 2019, there was a tournament called Secret Skirmish. And I remember watching that and thinking how amazing everything was, like just how much was going on in the game. And for these players just to take account for all these things, it's just amazing. So, and then later on, there was a Fortnite World Cup was announced for 2019, which I participated in the online qualifiers.
But Riversand, a few more explodes remaining. That could punish Dubs.
He's really trying to keep him down to the zone here, Golden Boy.
Oh man, this is it. He sends another one out, and they're just telling him, you gotta run. He goes into it. He's still holding position. Dubs has the high ground, but he lands in front of him, and Dubs gets a victory royale.
Okay, so from the competitive community, I've met loads of different players from all around the world. Like, I've met you, for example. With each player, you get a different experience, all mainly good ones. And you can just learn off each other. So if someone's slightly better than you, by watching them, you can see what they do better than you.
By 2018, viewership rose to 395 million worldwide, growing 195% in the last 6 years. So in summary, I hope you can see that our love for gaming sparks from the people we meet and the things we learn along the way. Thanks for watching.